Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the New England Patriots, led by their 6'5" veteran quarterback, Cam Newton.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
Brings up second.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 55 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Another carry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Slide, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
That's good concentration right there, and he did a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. And it certainly doesn't hurt that at 6'5", he's got a big wingspan that allows him to go up and complete that play.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Cousins. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 66 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
One more time with Dobbins. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now he's going to use his legs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And a Patriot first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Out of the gun, Newton going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Ravens have got it.
The pass.
And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. It's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. And now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Newton. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Throwing is Newton. He's going to take off with it, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
We're scoreless after one. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And now Chenault on the end around. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Newton. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
3, Ravens nothing.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They find themselves trailing on the scoreboard, but it certainly hasn't been because of what they've been able to do at the receiver position.
And let's face it, partner, we've been around a lot of receivers. Has it ever been their fault when things aren't going well? We know how they operate, right? And right now what they're saying is, well, guess what? If we want to win, throw it to us even more. We're the ones making the plays.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Newton. Rolling to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
From the gun, Newton. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
By the Patriots.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it.
Number 1, Cam Newton.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield, to be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Cousins. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The ball carried by number
Dante Hightower on the stop. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
It's 2nd and 8.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Cousins. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Connection made with Chenault. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, Newton. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look at that. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Newton on 3rd down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. They'll score out a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll start things out by looking at the AFC South. Indianapolis hosting Tennessee. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
Used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And 4.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first down throw for Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Winovich brought him down. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He completes this to Sutton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Cousins now. This will be caught just inside the 10. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. To throw, Cousins. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Cortland Sutton. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing, Cousins. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
Cousins pass. Complete to J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Baltimore Ravens.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Cousins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up
the Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Cousins to throw it. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 24-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On 1st down, it's Newton. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
1st down, Patriots.
To the air again, Newton. Hunter Henry brings it in. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the Ravens.
Throwing again is Newton. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, New England.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches.
Again, Newton.
26-yard line.
And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Rolling to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Madubuike. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. And it's complete. Henry. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again with Dobbins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll throw from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton, open man is Kirk, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
50, Newton. He finds Aguilar over the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 41-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Newton. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Number 29.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
First down, New England.
Now Newton. Buying time to his... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Brings up 4th down.
He's got it, but he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Cousins to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Patriots trailing 17-10, a little over 20 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
So now this to get them back to even heading into the break. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this to get them back to even heading into the break. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and and it moves the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Cousins. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Makes the score Ravens 20, Patriots 17.
They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot, now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This complete to Henry over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Newton. Steps away, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Loss of a yard. And it's 4th down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton sliding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Cam Newton sacked. A loss of 5.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football.